Okay, so we're live. Welcome to our Pacific Rim US stand-up. So here today with me is Patrick. So Patrick, wanna start this?
Yeah, so today I delivered a PR, which was changes to the job search form to make it a little bit more user-friendly. And I currently have taken on and starting to work on another PR, which is just adding status as an enum to company instead of the hash structure that was in there before. I reviewed PRs. I discussed stories of the ruin over the weekend. He has trouble connecting to these events because he drops the connection all the time. So we talk through Slack typically. Created some stories, and I had the meeting this morning with the Asia team. It was just Laura and myself today, and she's working on her story, getting into it today, in fact. And that's it for me. No blockers.
Okay, so for me today I didn't do anything. I just reviewed some PR. So I read some PR today, and basically that was it for me.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anything? Anything from your side, Patrick? Like to add? Like to talk about?
Just thinking. So we're queued up now to create the matching stories with the sandbox. How would you propose that we deliver those stories into PRs?
I'm not understanding your question.
So we have a sandbox that we can point our development environment to. We could probably point to the sandbox for our testing, including maybe CI testing. But at some point, we can't have the rest of our tests really going against the sandbox. At least not long term. Do you think in the short term we could have all of our tests going against the sandbox to accommodate the matching stories? Because the matching stories and tests, if we point to production, won't work.
Why? There's no production or sandbox. It's the same machine.
No, I mean if we change to point to the production version of the API as opposed to the test version or the dev test version. Could we?
So the integration tests should go to the sandbox, but shouldn't be there on the real thing. So we might need to create. You already installed Figaro there, right? Hey, Figaro.
Already installed what?
Figaro, or something like that.
Oh yeah, we have.
What we can do is instead of having the URL, where do we have the URL on?
Where do we have it?
Where?
It's in application.yaml, which is managed by Figaro.
Okay. So what we need to do is for development environment and test environment, we can attack the 9999. And for the production, we'll do the other one.
How about acceptance tests for CI purposes to get them in there?
To get them in there. The
Well,
acceptance. Which acceptance test?
any acceptance tests that we write for the merge stories.
But those stories aren't going to run in the test environment.
They run the test environment, right? Cucumber test. I mean, they're not going to run in CI, which they do.
I'm not following you. What I said is on development and in test environments, we'll point to the API of the sandbox, and in production, we'll point to the version 2. So all the tests will go against the 9999.
Including acceptance.
Hmm?
Yep.
Because it's in test environment. If we configure the variable for development and testing, and test environments, and then production a different URL, we should be good.
Where do we configure that? Other than, so, are you envisioning some logic switch based upon the Rails environment we're in, somewhere to point to
Figaro.
test? You mean an application YAML?
No.
Does Figaro accommodate switching logic like that? I thought it was just a simple.
We don't need to switch logic. We just need to load one variable or another. So we need something similar to what we have on the database YAML. I thought Figaro.
Let me see.
Okay, maybe we can't call it application YAML. We need to call it something else. But yeah, it should work. We don't have an application YAML. We have it. We don't have it. You don't even have a template for it.
For what?
For the application YAML.
You do have an application YAML, of course, right?
Templates for it.
I don't know. I think, so what you get when you install Figaro, you get a basic thing that has a comment at the top saying, add your secret stuff here. That's pretty much it. I don't remember any kind of logic going along with that, but if Figaro can do that, then we could use that. Let's see. Figaro gem.
You're saying that we're configuring the URL on the application YAML?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's already done there, because we don't need anything. In your environment, you'll set up with 9999. We'll set up the CI to work with 9999, and that's it. And the production will detect version 2.
Yeah.
So I just need
Okay,
to
we'll go
change
with
the environment variables on the semaphore.
Okay. All right, that'll work. You know, the reason my unease was that acceptance tests, as you know, philosophy is we point to the production version of external services as opposed to mocked up version, which is 999 is a mocked up version, but I guess we can't be 100% pure everywhere, right? Because I don't see any other way to make this work other than point to the sandbox.
Yeah, but that's why we created a sandbox.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, we're accessing an external service. We're not stubbing it out. We're going to the internet and coming back, so that's good enough, I suppose, for purity of the acceptance test. Okay, that's fine. That's good. See what else. Any word from Chet on Mailgun or DNS changes? Nothing
I
yet?
sent him an email last week, but
Well, Google Mail's been pretty stable recently, so probably break tonight. What else?
yeah.
And he sent you 5 resumes? Can he get you any more?
I also asked that in the same email that he didn't answer back. So
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I also asked for more when in the same email,
Hmm.
and he didn't answer back yet.
Maybe, hopefully he's assembling them. What do you think
So
you need for training?
But I need
What do we need for training? How many resumes? 50? I mean, no, the more the better, but what's a
50
viable...
each category.
What's that?
50 each category.
Well, that would be nice. You say 50 each category would be...
That's what we need in order to train it minimally. We can use less, but we can use like 10. But then we can only use only 10 jobs, so we'll take 20 each category. But, yeah.
Well, I wonder, maybe Chet doesn't understand that we really need volume. If he sent you 5, he doesn't really understand the question. So I'm wondering if you want to explain it to him and ask him if he doesn't have it, if he could reach out to colleagues who are in the same business. We would take, if he wants, we could de-identify them, we could remove names or put dummy names in them. I'll do that, I'll edit them to help out with that. I don't think he really gets the volume that we need. 5 is useless to you, right? Practically?
Especially because they are all. I didn't open them yet, but I think they are one from each category. So
Yeah. So he may think an example per category is sufficient, which is a reasonable assumption if you're not aware of what's happening there. There's a pump here. If we go into production and we don't have anything in the back end, we're not going to match against anything forever.
yeah. Then maybe in the beginning we will need to do some work there, and from time to time just pick them up, try to find out which category is more thing, and then just add them there.
When you train the system, you say these categories, these resumes here are in category A. These are in category. You tell it.
Yeah.
What category? Okay. That's what I would expect. So we have to review the resumes and put them into categories then. We have to actually open these things and look at them, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be a big job if we have a lot of resumes to do. Maybe we can enlist the team later on when we're ready to do that. We can organize it, define the categories. We're looking at the 10 category, or 5 or 6 plus a miscellaneous, and have people take a chunk of resumes and categorize them.
When we have resumes for that. Yeah.
Yep.
Until we have resumes for that.
Yep. Okay. What else? All right, that's it for me.
Okay, so I'll see if chat has any news. I already changed the semaphore. I just realized now it was pointing to
V1.
Heroku,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
so I moved it to the other one,
Ah,
and so it's working now. And it's back to 9999, so everything should be good.
now this week we're having a morning meeting, right? If I remember.
Yeah,
Is it Saturday or Friday we ended up with?
Friday.
Friday. Okay, 10 a.m. or something like that.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
It's on the 7th. Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Good.
So if there's nothing else, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. All right. Have a good evening.
Okay.
Yep.
You too.
Yep. Bye now.
Bye.